Well, thank you very much. I want to say that that discussion is hot air. There is nothing like Ruto, Raila coalition. That coalition is not envisaged and is unworkable and is unnecessary. What we know is that that narrative is being driven by two directions. There is a group of people who would want to push Raila Odinga to us, and they are driving that narrative through a TV station and a newspaper that are owned by one of the partners in the Serra coalition. They are the ones who are driving that narrative. Again, from the ODM side, there has been some disquiet. We know our colleagues in Parliament that they are not being treated well in the handshake arrangement, and they are also driving this narrative with a view of blackmailing President Uhuru Kenyatta to look for them and accede to their demands, And it's good for me to clarify. There is a narrative being built that because of Paranya, the governor for Kakamega, who is also the deputy party leader of ODM, has met William Ruto, and the following day went to meet Raila Odinga. He was an emissary to create an alliance between the two. Nothing can be further from the truth. The truth of the matter is that that meeting between Ruto and Oparanya was the fourth meeting in a row. We have been meeting Oparanya, and in two previous meetings I was present. He approached us in the year 2019 and 2020, wanting to join the Hustler Nation because of the pressure from the people of Kakamega and the leaders there, and we have been discussing. It's only now that he agreed. Those meetings were held in private. He didn't want them publicized at that time. But now he's ready, and this meeting was at his request. He did not mind it being publicized because now he's ready to come to us. That we, the Hustler Nation, that is led by William Ruto, are clear about two things. One, the issue of Ruto being a prime minister if anybody does not arise. Ruto is a presidential candidate. You can take that to the bank. Number two, from the Hustlers' corner, ideologically ourselves and Raila are miles apart. Raila is contemptuous of the Hustler Nation. He is on record having called the Hustlers Takataka. And ourselves, our economic model, the bottoms-up approach, is not something that he is supportive of. He's been very, very critical of our activities like building churches, and giving in church. There are things that we hold dear in the Hustler Nation. Number two, we would be very uncomfortable to have Raila Odinga in our coalition and in our coming government, for the simple reason is that he has a history of destruction wherever he has been. You know and you remember in the 1990s when the original Ford was formed, him and his father walked out and broke it into two. And we had Ford Kenya and Ford Asili, and both lost to President Daniel Arap Moi. When he went to Ford Kenya, and his father died in 1994, and there were elections to pick the leader for Ford Kenya, he was beaten by the late Kijana Wamalo. He walked out of Ford Kenya and broke it up and went to NDP. He stayed in NDP for a while, and he left NDP and went to KANU. You know what happened. He destroyed KANU, and KANU has never recovered today. It became a shell, which it is up to today. When he left KANU, he went to NAC of President Mwai Kibaki. 2 years after the formation of government, he walked out of that government and destroyed NAC. From there, he went to ODM, and he had the CORD coalition. Again, he broke up CORD. From CORD, he went to NASA. You know, the history of NASA is broken up. When he went to the handshake, he shortchanged his partners, Kalonzo Musyoka, Musalia Mudavadi, Wetangula, and the others, and went to negotiate with President Kenyatta on his own, for his own personal reasons. And that broke up NASA, and you can see the kind of acrimony between him and the NASA principals. NASA is broken up. And then he came to Jubilee, and we warned ourselves. We were uncomfortable. The deputy president was uncomfortable. Ourselves were uncomfortable that he came to Jubilee, he would destroy Jubilee. It has come to pass. Jubilee now is a shell. He came 3 years down the line, a party that was strong, a national party with majority in the Senate, majority in the National Assembly, majority in the county assemblies, majority with the governors. Today is a party that does not even hold a PG. 3 years down the line, we have not met. The only organ of the party that is active is the disciplinary committee. And it's because Odinga came to our party and we said he was destroyed. Today, Jubilee is a shell of his former self. There is no way we would want him anywhere near the Hasna nation. He will break it up because his history of destruction and destroying political parties and governments is clear, is in history books, and it will be studied for years to come. So we want nothing to do with him, and we want the handshake people not to push Raila to us. Raila is their baggage. They deal with it. They know what to do with it. We have no business.